to the first half, just kind of holistically, as you put together those two quarters and seemed to have a good grip on the game heading into halftime?
I thought we played a really good brand of basketball. I thought defensively we were, playing aggressive and in the right spots, kind of causing havoc, and that led to some transition opportunities. And then on the offensive end, I thought we did a good job moving the ball, kind of playing off of each other, making just reads within the game, and that kind of helped us build that lead that we had going into halftime.
What did you do this summer and leading in over the last couple of weeks to kind of help you personally hit the ground running? Obviously coming off a really great year last year, but it seems like you picked right up.
A number of just, working out on a number of things that I just want to get better with. Obviously trying to find more threes and shots within our offense. So just a lot of, workouts, revolving a lot of threes. But at the same time, continue to work on other parts of my game, just kind of continuing to be consistent with that. But understanding that, when I come here, I want to do whatever it takes for the team to win. So,
what's the adjustment period been like, just learning to play in lineups with Isaiah Hartenstein?
It's going to take time. I don't think we're anywhere close to, how fluid we could probably be. But in terms of the adjustment or, going into it, it's an exciting thing to kind of, get comfortable with. He's a great passer and makes great reads. So just try to, be able to continue to understand that it's going to be a process to, figure out, each other's style of play and spacing at times. But, it looks good, looks promising. So.
I think last week you mentioned that, Chet was one of the guys when you came back for the summer that, like, okay, he looks good. I just wonder specifically what you've seen from him just in terms of maybe a change in his approach getting to the rim.
Yeah. I'd personally say I feel like his body control alone is one thing that just looks sharp. He looks to, have his legs up under him a little bit more when he's, driving to the rim. He doesn't get, bumped off of his drives or anything. I don't know. I just feel like, the way that he looks really polished and sharp in comparison to, maybe his early, play his rookie year.
Just going back to playing with Isaiah, he hit you with a really good pass. You were cutting down the middle of the lane and you finish it. Just can you take me through that play and just kind of what that says about what he's capable of doing out there?
Just making reads. He's, with the ball in his hands, he's such a threat because, at his size, he's 7 foot, so like he can see everything on the court. And trying to come off and get handoffs if a defender jumps or anything like that, Isaiah knows how to, see those reads. So, it's up to me to kind of make sure when I see those that, I'm making the timely cuts and reads at the right time, because I know that he'll put the ball where it needs to be. And he was able to kind of just find me after kind of Dub set a screen for me. I curled, and I think Dylan Brooks jumped the screen. So I was able to get a back cut, and that led to, the ball being right in my hands for a layup. So just kind of making those reads.
Throughout preseason, obviously, there are a lot of different lineups, a lot of different player combinations out there on the floor. And as someone who plays in a lot of different roles every single night, is that something that even phases this group at this point when it comes to, Mark's choices out there?
I don't think so. At this point, I think everybody kind of, expects a number of, just variation. There's a lot of variations and things that we could kind of throw out there. So everybody kind of expects for different things to be tried and for, to see different lineups and style of play is going to be different in different lineups. So everybody's just kind of understanding that we try to get the best out of each lineup and we're trying to figure things out. But we've got talented players, so regardless of the lineup, everybody knows that you can trust one another to make plays. So.
Shea stepped into a couple of pull-up threes. I just wonder, like, how much have you seen him work on that? Is that something you've seen a lot just through the summer and in training camp?
Yeah, in my 4 years here, I've seen him work on everything, like, every day, like, a lot. So regardless of what shot he shoots, I know he works on it. I feel like if he's comfortable enough to shoot in a game, then he probably works on it more than enough outside of games. So the jump shot looked good. I thought it looked good. So hopefully he keeps shooting them.
Anybody else? Thanks, bro.
Thank you.
Just tell me about the crunch time late game experience that you all got together tonight in a NBA environment.
It was good. We got to learn from that. Obviously, we would like to close the game out. Some situation we worked on. We got to see it again, and yeah, we're gonna learn from that.
You and I talked this morning about you playing at the 5. You saw a lot of time there tonight, really extended time for almost the entire fourth quarter and overtime. What'd you think about that and maybe some strides forward that you took?
Yeah, still trying to improve at the 5. Playing a lot at the 5 lately, so yeah, just trying to improve, trying to help the team win, and yeah, that's it.
This training camp so far, how have you felt yourself kind of grow and get more comfortable out there?
Felt good, felt aggressive. Could find my cuts during training camp. Yeah, just find my cuts, make open shots. So I got to keep working on that, and yeah, keep doing it.
And just flashing back to your time with the G League and that final G League finals run, what did that opportunity and that time do for you as a player overall?
I think bring me confidence. Obviously, I can't play with the Thunder like I play in the G League with the ball in my hands all the time and everything. So, yeah, still trying to work on that, playing at the 5, playing at different position, and yeah, that's it.
It was kind of what's been your first impressions of playing alongside Dylan Jones down low?
It's been good. He can do everything on the court, so it's really fun. Yeah, like I said, he can play 1 to the 5. So, yeah, it's been really good.
It looks like you were kind of more aggressive shooting the 3 ball this year. Was that kind of a point for you or something that you've tried to work on?
Yeah, I worked all summer on my shots, so I'm going to take the open ones, and yeah.
Questions for Coach?
Just that first half, particularly the way that you all closed the second quarter. Wondered if you had any takeaways about just seeing that group and kind of getting them together for the first time this year.
Yeah, I thought a lot of good things tonight. First half, I thought the defense was really what stood out. I thought we did a great job on that end of the floor. Offense was a little clunky at times, a couple like weird turnovers, but even then we had 60 points and missed some free throws in the first half. So put it all together, and I thought it was a decent first half performance, and I thought there were some good things in the second half as well.
What have you seen as far as the summer and training camp, just in terms of his approach and getting to the lane, attacking the rim, just everything that comes with it?
I think his work's showing up. You know, he looks stronger. I think he's playing more decisively, which I think is a combination of his emphasis on it and also just the wisdom that comes from a rookie year and then some time away from the season. So he's definitely better. He worked really, really hard. I give him a lot of credit for pounding the pavement the way he did, and it's showing up in some of these reps.
I know we talked last week just about, some guys wanting to increase their volume. What have the conversations been like with Shea and the pull-up threes?
I mean, there's not a lot of conversation. It's just with those two guys in particular, they're such a threat on the drive that players, I think, just out of trying to catch them, they back up a little bit, and some of those shots are available. And so I like the ones they took tonight. I thought they had a nice blend because obviously you don't want to just come down and shoot it, without a pass every single possession. But, they have to be a threat to do that, and they're obviously establishing that.
You mentioned in training camp and practices that you sit back and observe a little bit more and let them fix their mistakes and everything. How much do you do that in these games with all the moving parts?
It's always a combination of things. I mean, we're certainly coaching them, especially on the most basic fundamentals that we know we're going to need throughout the course of the season. But we also don't want them overthinking. We don't want to overcoach at this point in the season. As long as, the intention is good and we're competing together and we're playing inside of what we want to do, we let them play and we'll learn from the games and the experiences.
In the first half, did anything in particular stand out about the way you guys were able to generate threes during that stretch?
Well, I think, some of the pull-up ones, is probably like a pretty average three-point volume to what you would normally be used to. And then those guys are, ticking it up a little bit off the bounce, and I think that's been encouraging. They're obviously capable, and it forces players to pick them up higher, and now they have more space to drive, and they're more of a threat at all three levels. So, but yeah, I thought we played well offensively, despite the fact that we had some like clunky turnovers and a little bit of rust.
From the groups with Isaiah Hartenstein and kind of the way guys around him are responding to him and the option he is?
we're all getting used to each other. You know, it's early. But he's done a great job, and the group's done a great job, like I said before the game, with all the new guys, him, AC, the rookie guys, of integrating, you know, those players. I think having a system that we play to and that we've played inside of helps that, because, you know, they just need to kind of play to those skills, and that helps connect everybody. And so everyone's done a good job so far. You know, we just got to build on it and learn from it, and, you know, we're in that process right now.
In the past few years, it's been sort of a foregone conclusion that whatever the best player score, usually Lou gets that assignment. Now that you have Alex also on the roster, how is that sort of the choosing between those two guys? Is it your decision on who's guarding who, or is it more up to the guys?
Well, I mean, they give input, but we certainly game plan and stuff like that. And those are questions that, you know, the season will answer. That's the beauty of the season. I think you could go in and make a bunch of predictions, but, you know, the team will tell you a lot of the answers as we go through all the different experiences. You know, one of the things that's exciting about Alex is his help. I thought that was on display tonight. You know, he really understands gaps and sniffs out plays. So him not being on the main matchup all the time is good for your defense. Obviously, Lou's great at that. Kaysen, Dub, you know, we can move Dub around. Shea obviously had a good defensive game tonight. So we've got a lot of options there, and we're going to, you know, look at all of them.
Yeah, because Caruso, I think the first maybe 30 seconds had a block, got a deflection. SGA got matched up with Jabari, and he blocked his shot. I mean, it seemed like a lot of competition with your wings on the defensive end.
Yeah. I thought we were really defensively. The offense was kind of in and out. We had a little lull there in maybe the end of the first or start of the second. But the defense sustained through the first half. I thought we were really dialed in on that end of the floor. I thought we made improvements from last game, which is important this time of year. This is a time of year where you can literally get better every single day because you're starting to build. That's not always the case. You know, there's regression in the course of the season, but we were definitely better tonight, and I thought the intensity and connection was really good on that end especially. All right, thank you.